Welcome back. Point of no return, man. We know too much, man. We've seen too much. We've been through too much. We are experiencing too much. God is revealing Himself to us over and over again for us to go back to the way we used to be, the way we used to think, react, and respond to life, man. It's your Holy Ghost homeboy Slim, SLIMM, simply living in my moment, which means yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's never promised, so all you have is right now, this moment, and I hope you fully living in yours because I'm fully living in mine. Just back with another quick word, man. Honor thy mother and thy father, man. I remember coming up, man, and living in the projects in Gary, Indiana, in Miller, Indiana to be exact, and it was the murder capital of the world. It was like the wild, wild west in real life. You know what I mean? Bodies on the street, drugs everywhere, crime everywhere, kids getting kidnapped, kids getting killed, and it was a war, and police did nothing. They was just as crooked as the criminals. You know what I'm saying? But inside my house, my mom used to always say, it don't matter what goes on the outside of the house. I can't control that. But in here, we're going to have order. We're going to have peace. We're going to have God. We're going to have culture. We're going to have fun. We're going to have laugh. We're going to have love. And that's what she did. You know, we were very well-rounded as children, and we got to experience everything that we want to experience. Like inside our house, despite what you saw going on the outside, it was clean. It smelled good. We had food, we had toys, we had beds, we had everything that we needed. The best clothes, the best shoes. Holidays was off the chain, you know what I'm saying? Like every snack you could think of, you know what I mean? And it was 4 of us, and my mama did for each one of us individually. But not only that, we went to church. We was in choir, we went to Bible school, we went to vacation Bible school. We played sports. I was high in academics and sports, so I went to school Monday through Saturday because I was part of the gifted and talented program. So I would literally go to school all week, get up Saturday, go to school in the morning, get out Saturday and go play my games. I started playing AAU young, you know what I'm saying? So my mom allowed us to do everything. We painted in our house, we cooked in our house. Like as kids, she used to let us cook. She used to let us beat on the pots and pans as instruments. We used to do a lot of singing, and we used to do a lot of flipping because my mama was a gymnast, so I used to always see her flipping and doing all type of stuff when we were younger. She used to come outside and have water balloon fights. When I started hooping, she was my first coach, showing me how to pass and just getting me tough, getting me mentally ready, getting me sharp, getting me prepared for what I was about to endure. She used to flip, yeah, like literally my mama used to tumble with us. She taught me how to flip, so she taught me how to flip when I was a shorty. So by the time I was 4, 5 years old, I was tumbling by myself. Just all kind of stuff, you know, water balloon fights. Those was the funnest days because it wouldn't just be our family. It would be the whole projects having a water balloon fight, bro. 4th of July was the best, bro. We had shut down the block, you feel me? Like you couldn't come down our street unless you was family. And you could go house to house, you know, basically just chilling, just eating, just socializing, just having fellowship, you know what I'm saying? And my mama always made sure that we were safe. I have uncles and aunties that made sure nothing happened to us, you know what I'm saying? And we all stayed in close proximity to each other. And we didn't know how bad it was until after we moved away from Indiana, and then you go back and then you realize like, damn, like this is what you rescued us from. This is what you survived. This is what you made it out of. Like this is what you had to endure and had to put up with, you know, being a single mother, losing her mother and father at a young age and having to be the primary caretaker for her brothers and sisters. And they had to figure out a way to make it and to survive. And it was hell on earth, you know, where I'm from. So I get emotional. Like it really touches me in a different place because I didn't understand why my mom left, like why she came and took us away from all our family, took us away from our friends, took us away from our school. Because I was like, man, I was cold, bro. I'm telling you, like we had a lineage up there in Indiana, Work High School, you feel me? Like we had a lineage, and all my uncles and my aunties, my mama, my daddy, everybody went there and they played sports and they was in the band. Like my family was just prominent, you know, to that school. And like when I was in elementary, the high school was already looking at me because my uncle, he started playing varsity football and basketball when he was like in 8th grade, cold, super cold. You know what I'm saying? So it was all in the bloodline. And my grandma was the big mama on the block, and my granddaddy was the big papa on the block. So, you know, we were very important. We are very important to where we come from. You know, we kind of established the tone and set up how it is today. And we had to leave that. And, you know, my mom just explained it to me, like, I didn't want you to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, the first time I had a gun put to my face, I was 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? They was already trying to kidnap us by 7 years old. Me and my friends, we took on a killer, a child killer. Yeah, he was dressed up as Homie the Clown. It was a Halloween where adults was dressing up as cartoon characters, Disney characters, clowns and stuff like that, and they was snatching kids. You know, while they're going trick-or-treating, you looking for your child gone. And then you wake up to news and your child has been found in a baseball dugout, dead, raped, all this type of stuff. Like, for real, like, this is where I come from. So this particular time I was 7, so we talking like 2nd grade. It was Homie the Clown, a dude dressed up like Homie the Clown, and he was known for snatching kids, killing kids, and the police couldn't catch him. He kept invading them, you know what I'm saying? So he ended up at our school, and his van came out with the balloons and everything, trying to get at some of the kids. We was on recess to go up there. Me and my friends threw rocks, man. Threw rocks and screamed for help, screamed for help, screamed for help, and finally somebody came, and that's how they end up catching them. You know what I'm saying? Also during that time, I had already been shot at. They had attempts on my life, you know, since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I had somebody go through the alley, and he was creeping up on the people, and we locked eyes, but I froze. I'm a kid. I'm 9 years old. He bust, shot and missed. You know what I'm saying? And we had people pull up to the house, a line of cars, bro, like about to get out and execute us over something that we didn't even have nothing to do with. But, you know, that's how it is when you in gang territories, and when you know what I'm saying, it's the law of the land. I don't know what my mama said. I don't know what she said, but she went out there and talked to them people that was ready to kill us, and by the time they left, they was giving my mama hugs and kisses on the cheek, and, you know, they just got in their cars and left. So I'm just telling y'all the power of mom. I remember her working at Pizza Hut, and we'd get dropped off from school and we'd go to Pizza Hut, you know what I'm saying, while she working, doing her thing. We got to play the games, eat pizza and things like that. But you don't realize how hard mama working. She's always been in school, you feel me? She a nurse, you feel me? A big dog, you know what I'm saying? She a big dog out here. And she's been in school and working, I don't know, since I was a child, you know, year after year, year after year. And like I say, it's 4 of us, and she never missed a game. She never missed a beat. She never missed when she was supposed to pay dues or when we were supposed to have supplies or anything. All you had to do was just let her know. And I don't know, even to this day, how she made it work, just being herself. No food stamps, no government assistance, no daddy, you know, nothing like that. But she was still making it work and swinging it, you know what I'm saying, and making it look easy. You understand what I'm saying? Because she doing it with style. She doing it with grace. She doing it with a smile. She doing it with a good attitude. She doing it with faith. She doing it showing us that no things ain't easy, but anything is possible when you got God. So she was the foundation, you know, for our faith, and the reason why we all creative, the reason why we all think outside the box, the reason why we see in color and talk in rhyme, you know what I'm saying, is because of mama. And then my daddy, he was a superstar in his own right. Like, he was one of the best basketball players in Indiana during his time, during his day. They used to call him Skywalkers, you know what I'm saying? Because he used to jump over people, man. I remember looking at his clippings in his newspaper. I had, my mama say the newspaper, you know what I'm saying, when he was in the paper. So me coming up as a child, I would just study these newspapers and be like, man, that's my daddy. And I promise you, you couldn't tell me my daddy wasn't no superhero. You know what I'm saying? And he left early on. He went to pursue other dreams, military, ended up moving to California, selling it out there. And we lost contact for a long time, but I never stopped yearning for him. Like, I never turned on my dad. I never not wished or not wanted him in my life. You know, it was something that bothered me because we didn't reunite till later on after I became a man. But the memories I did have of him, you know, I do remember him being silly. I remember him being like a big kid, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like how I am. And I know, like, once we reconnected, he been through a lot, you know what I'm saying? So it made it easy for me to talk to him because he understand everything, you know what I'm saying? He been through it all, seen it all, so there's nothing I could say to him to surprise him. Then just like mama, he support my dreams. Like, I'm not doing what the normal child is doing. Like, I'm not out there in corporate America, and I didn't have a plan. You know, I had a plan, but once it fell apart and I found out who I was, like, that changed everything. So they both allowing me to be out here and chase my purpose and chase my dreams, chase these aspirations, and they being supportive, figuring out ways how to support me, figuring out ways how to get me through the door, get me through the industry. And like I say, I could have been a child star. Like, my mom used to take me to auditions. She used to take me to the modeling place and things like that. And she saw how natural and how good I was. But like I say, I didn't understand that either when they wanted me to go to New York when I was 14. No, I was younger. I was 13. Yeah, I was 13. I had just turned 13. They wanted me to go to New York, and my mom was like, no, because they wanted me to go by myself, drop out of school, get an agent, like the real shebang. And I didn't understand, but she was protecting me. So even when we don't understand as children the decisions that our parents make, you know, as adults, it should make sense if it's coming out of a place of love. You're gonna see that the things that they did, the things that they said, it was only to protect you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how my dad is now. Like, the time that he missed with me, I'm so glad he's making it up with my kids. He's there for the grandkids, you know what I'm saying? And I can't ask for nothing more. He's been solid, he's been open, he's been honest, bro. And I respect him for that. And we able to talk. Like, if we disagree, if we try to, we got to get something out, if we got to express ourselves, we allow each other to do that. And as men, it feel good to have my father show me it's okay to be open. It's okay to express your feelings. It's okay to want more. It's okay to be different. It's okay to stand on your own. It's okay to walk away from the crowd. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be independent. It's okay to be your own man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just learning from the things that he did right, and I also learned from the things that he did wrong, so I don't make those mistakes and decisions to continue on, you know, what they say is a generational curse. No, I'm alive, so everything that has went wrong in my bloodline, everything that has went wrong from generation to generation, it honestly stops with me. And I thank God for my parents, because without your parents, you know, regardless of how you got here, and I know people be like, well, my parents ain't in my life, you know what I'm saying? Or my parents abandoned me, or, you know, my mama was a victim of SA, and, you know, I was a product of that. Regardless of how you got here, you got to thank God that you're here. Even if your parent didn't play a prominent role in your life, you got to thank God for just allowing him to bring you into this world. Because if you made it here, you beat the odds. You know what I'm saying? If you know the reproduction system, and it's wild, you know, how babies are truly made. And I'm not talking about the intimate, the physical part. I'm talking about the actual science of it. So just to consider that we're here, we were chosen from I don't know how many souls to make it here and to be physical, that meant that you were destined to be here. And the greater your story, the more pain and the more trauma and the more jacked up your background, your history is, that means the greater your future is. So you got to use everything that has happened to you, that has happened with you, the things that has been for you, the things that has been against you. You got to use it all in order to become the person that you're supposed to be. But yeah, honor your parents. That's how you increase your days. That's how you stay here. That's how you stay clean, because God does not like a disobedient child. He don't like that. And if you don't listen to your mom and daddy, who you gonna listen to? You feel me? Like, you're not gonna listen to him. You're not gonna listen to anybody who's trying to tell you the right thing. And again, I know every relationship is dynamic. Every relationship might not be the same with parents, but it's up to a child to be a child. You know, under my mama, under my daddy, with my family, that's the only time I know for sure that I'm always gonna be the same age. I never age around them, because to mama, to daddy, you they son, you they daughter, you they child, you they baby. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter how old you get, you always gonna be a kid when you get around mama and daddy. So just continue to learn from her. Like, I listen to my mama. I listen to her experiences. I listen to her wisdom. I listen to her stories that she tell me from work. I listen to my dad, and I listen to his struggles. I listen to his triumphs. I listen to his realizations. I listen to his revelations. I listen to whatever he has to offer me, and I'm patient, and I take all that information in, and I use that to better myself. And it was a choice for me to reach out there to my dad. It was a choice for me to open up my heart. It was a choice for me to love him and forgive him and accept him. It was a choice, and I chose to. You know what I'm saying? Life is short. Life is short. I don't want anything to happen to any of them, and I'm not in good standings with them, and they not in good standings with me. I always want my parents to be proud of me. I used to love when my mama was able to come to my games and come to my events and come to my award shows, because I'm showing her everything I do is because of you. You feel me? I remember being in school, and we used to write them papers, you know, who do you want to be like when you grow up? And I used to always say my mama, because I felt like she can do the impossible. I felt like she can do the impossible, man. So, and it's still like that to this day. I'm watching her with my nieces, you know what I'm saying, and my babies, and she still got that fire. She still got that same peace, that same love, that same fun. You know what I'm saying? That same spark that she had with us. So it's good to see her continue to be a light, continue to be a way, continue to be the matriarch of this family. And it's a beautiful thing to have such a pillar, such a leader, somebody that's so regal and so royal to learn from. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I know I got a good wife. That's how I know my daughter's gonna be straight. That's how I know my sister good. That's how I know, you know what I'm saying, my girl cousin's good. That's how I already know, bro, because it's like they getting game from my mama. You can't help but be better if you listen to mama, you know what I'm saying? And my daddy, one of the coolest people on the planet. So, you know, it's been hard, but he back to where he needs to be, bro. So I just pray that he continues to just keep going, bro, and just continue to be open to what the universe got, you know what I'm saying? But for real, honor thy mother, honor thy father, increase your days, you know, stay here. And, you know, if you happen to be in a situation that it wasn't favorable, just learn. I pray you learn to forgive your parents. Even if you can't have a relationship with them moving forward because of whatever happened, because like I say, I understand. Not here to judge. It ain't like that. So I understand that sometimes you can't reconcile, you can't fix what has already been done, but at least just in your heart, just forgive them and just release that pain, release that thing that's been holding you down, that weight. And, you know, you just pray for them, and God is the only one that could change anybody around. So if anybody could do it, God could do it. So that's the best place to give people. Just keep giving them to God. But honor thy mother, honor thy father. Till next time, Slim.